And now we'll start with part 2 of the air conditioner startup video. This is a 7500 BTU Fetters with the Rotor X compressor. So let's see. This one starts. That's low fan. This compressor is always a bit loud in this one. I have another 7500 with the Rotor X and that one's quieter. But it still works fine, and I'm probably going to end up using this in this window right here like I did last summer. But I'll let this run for a few minutes, and then I'll show you how it's sounding after it's been running for a little while. Here's how it's sounding now. It's been running for about a minute, maybe a little bit more. It's getting nice and cold. This air conditioner works very well. And there's high. Okay, it just shut off. It's not warm enough up here for it to stay running, but yep, it runs just fine. And you can hardly see it, but this is another 8000 BTU LG air conditioner. It's the same as the one that I started up in the last video. And this one, both of them have the Wi-Fi control. Okay, the LG is plugged in. I'm gonna turn it all the way down to 60 in cool mode. And if that doesn't start the compressor, then I'll switch to dry. That usually gets it to start, even if it's a little cool in the room. And of course, we got an LG compressor. Alright, let's turn it on. I can't really see what I'm doing here. Hang on a second. Alright, I know you can't really see it, but go to cool, and it'll turn the temperature all the way down to 60. Started right away. Not sure if I'm going to use this one this year or not. Certainly are nice sounding units. Let that run for a little bit. And we'll shut this one off. And go on to the next couple. Now we will do the 5450 BTU Kenmore air conditioner. This is made by WCI. This one is from 1995 and it has a Sanyo compressor and a General Electric fan motor. Alright, turn it all the way down, and we'll start with, I'm not going to turn it to power saver. You got high, medium, low on power saver, which means the fan shuts off if the compressor shuts off. I prefer to keep it on constant fan. Let's just go up to high. There's low. It's a very quiet unit. It's starting to get a little cold. Maybe been running for about a minute at this point. Like I said, very quiet. Even on high speed. Alright, on to the next one. This is the 5000 BTU Kenmore made by Whirlpool. This has a Matsushita rotary compressor, and I'm pretty sure the fan motor is made by Universal Electric. But I got this one in the original box. It's in really good shape. It's a little dirty on top, but the rest of it is, the inside of it is super clean, and it's pretty much like new. Alright. All the way on the coldest setting. Let's do constant fan, and we'll start on low. Compressors on that side, and that's what the back of the unit looks like. That's high, medium, and low. Starting to get cold already. Compressor's nice and quiet. And on to the next group of air conditioners. Alright, let's see if the compressor wants to start now. It's been up here for a while. I tried to start it after I first installed it, and it still wouldn't start. It should now. So we're on the coldest setting. Let's go to low. Just started. And here we are down in the basement. This is the 8400 BTU Hotpoint air conditioner. I think this one's from 1987. It's basically just a rebranded General Electric Quiet Air. It's got a GE fan motor and of course a GE rotary compressor, spine fin coils, and the way this thing is set up, it's very similar to a GE Kool. Pulls air in the back and then blows it out the top and the sides, because that's where the spine fin condenser coil goes up the side, across the top, and then down the other side. This thing has been fully cleaned out and it is ready for use. I do need to get a new filter for it. The one that was in it, it disintegrated, so I'll be replacing that, and this one is going in the living room at this house this summer. Alright, we got thermostat all the way down. Our little air exchange vent thing is closed, and we do not have energy saver on. Let's go to, it's a 3-speed fan on this one. Let's go to ultra low. Now it started right up. There's a bunch of crap blowing out of it. It looks like pieces of styrofoam almost. And yeah, it's already getting cold. This thing gets cold very quickly. Plenty of airflow through the condenser. Here's medium and high. Even on high, it's pretty quiet. And you get more noise coming from the outside part than the inside part. vibrating a little bit. It sounds real nice. Alright, on to the next unit. And here is the GE Kool from 1982. Kind of hard to open this control door, but it's got a 2-speed fan, energy saver function, and I did clean this thing out thoroughly when I got it. It's missing the air filter because it disintegrated just like the one in that Hotpoint. But other than that, it is in very, very good condition. Try and show you the outside of it without dropping it on the floor. Alright. And let's start it up. This one's going to be used in the kitchen this year. Again, there's a lot of noise coming from the outside. The inside part is very quiet. And now you can hear the compressor itself. And this has all GE components in it, obviously. GE fan motor, GE compressor. Starting to get cold. This thing blows really cold air once it gets going. And I'll do it for this one. On to the next units. This is a 1995 10,500 BTU Sharp. Start it up. Hold on to that so it starts. It's already getting cold. Alright, next. And up here on the workbench, another 10,500 BTU Sharp. Here's a better look at the fan motor. It's quite large. It goes from there all the way into there. It's very deep. And there's our compressor. Let's start it up. That kind of buzzes. And this is the one that I replaced the bearings and the fan motor on, because they were real bad. Now it works great. Next, here is a 1997 Sharp 8500 BTU. Give this one a run. This is a 5600 BTU Kenmore made by WCI. This has an LG compressor in it, and the fan motor is made by Welling, I'm pretty sure. So, start this one up. Alright, what's fan speed are we on? We're on low, cool mode, and make sure our temperature is all the way down. There's the compressor. Gets decent airflow, so it must not be too dirty. It's getting cold already. There's high, medium, and low. That kind of vibrates, but other than that, it's pretty quiet. Here's the 6050 BTU GE from 2014. This was made by Gree. It has a Quingan compressor. Let's start it up, see if we can get that compressor to start right away. Alright, so our current room temperature is 63 according to this, and that's lower than the lowest set point. So of course I'm going to have to warm that up. There it goes. This is the same brand as the compressor in that 5000 BTU higher that I started in the last video. It's getting nice and cold already. This gets cold very fast. Alright, I'll do that off camera. I don't want to break that. Yeah, that's that one. Alright, up next, 5000 BTU Whirlpool, made by LG. This has a Matsushita compressor in it. Let's see if we can get it to start. And there's high. This one is all clean inside. And the compressor is quieted down a little bit. This is the 8100 BTU GE from 2014. Also made by Gree, just like the other one. This one has a Gree compressor in it, rather than that other brand. and it is physically wider than the 6050. This one's also been cleaned. Let's start it up. Hold on to that. Compressor in this one is very quiet. Of course, it gets a little louder as it runs over time, but it's very smooth. Almost forgot about this one. This is the 5250 BTU Kenmore, made by LG. This one has an LG compressor in it, rather than the Matsushita that's in that Whirlpool branded version right there. So let's start it up. No compressor yet. Probably gonna have to put the heater in front of this one, unfortunately. Yeah, let me do that. Got the heater right there, I'm blowing in it. See how long this takes. Finally. Here's another 5000 BTU Whirlpool. This one is from 2002, and it was actually manufactured by Whirlpool rather than LG like the other one. This one has a Ricci Precision compressor in it. Alright, let's fire this one up. This one has a 3-speed fan. It's on low speed. Next. Here's the 6300 BTU Emerson Quiet Kool, the Matsushita compressor, and it has a GE fan motor now. It used to have a Westinghouse motor, but I replaced it. The outer surface is pretty cool on this unit. Medium and high. Not much speed difference with this motor. Here's the 6000 BTU GE Slumber Line from 1972. GE fan motor and of course a GE rotary compressor. And this has spine fin coils just like the Kool and just like that Hotpoint. So let's see if the compressor will start or if we'll have to put the heater in front of it. Alright, let's put the heater in front of it. The rubber compressor mounts are a little worn out, so it transfers a lot of vibration from the compressor to the case, but it works very well. This thing gets ice cold. It uses a lot of power just like that Kool, but it's very effective. Medium and high. Now we'll do the Holmes 5200 BTU. This is made by WCI from 1996 and it has an LG compressor and a Macmillan fan motor. Pretty unusual to see a Holmes branded air conditioner. Alright, let's start up on high. That compressor quiets down a lot. After it's been running for a while, it's pretty much silent. This thing is very quiet and it gets very cold. It's already starting to get cold. And yeah, it was missing a knob. I had to buy a replacement, and it's bigger than the one that was on there, but it still works. This one is very quiet on low. And while I'm waiting for the thermostat to click on that white Westinghouse, I'll start up this 8500 BTU Sharp. This is from 1995. Fan on top of it is making it do that. And here's the white Westinghouse made by WCI. This is from 1994. It has an LG compressor and a Westinghouse fan motor, I believe. And the compressor is loud at first, just like it is with that one, but it quiets down significantly after it runs for a while. Here's another white Westinghouse. This one's newer than that one. And this is a 5000 BTU. I think it's from 2001. Has a GE fan motor and an LG compressor. Here is the 7,000 BTU Whirlpool Coolerator, I think from 1991. Has a Matsushita compressor and an Emerson fan motor in it. 3-speed. This one was pretty loud on all speeds. And the cabinet on this one is the same as that 5,000 BTU Kenmore that's upstairs. That was also made by Whirlpool. So let's turn it on. Start with fan. And low. Starting to get cold already. Alright, that one's good to go. Here's another 7500 BTU Fetters. This one also has a Rotorex. Definitely runs quieter than the other Rotorex. And lastly, that one right there. And this is the last unit and the last Sharp. It's a 10,500 BTU from 1995. This is the one that came out of the house that was in the ghetto, and it was in a horrible condition. It was very dirty, so I cleaned it up, oiled the motor, and it runs a lot better now. I used this one in the living room all last summer at this house. So let's turn it on. This one sure turned out nice, considering how bad it was when I got it. The compressor is very smooth. Already getting cold. Alright, that is it. All the air conditioners are working properly and they are ready for a nice hot summer. Here's the Waycar 25-pint dehumidifier with the reciprocating compressor. Start this up. And believe it or not, that compressor is running. It's very quiet. Got this thing about a month ago now, and been running it continuously, the hose attached to it, and it's working very well. It's even on high speed right now, that's how quiet it is.